Abusive relationship dynamics are complex and multifaceted, and no single explanation fits all situations. Emotional, physical, verbal, and financial abuse are all examples of abusive relationships. A variety of factors contribute to the development and maintenance of abusive behavior in relationships. Need for control and power. Abusive individuals frequently have a strong desire to control and dominate others. If their partner does not do things their way, they may feel insecure and threatened. They may also take pleasure in the sense of power and superiority that comes from abusing someone. Control and power are important factors in understanding why some relationships become abusive. Abuse often stems from a desire to dominate and manipulate one's partner. Control cravings can stem from personal insecurities, a desire for dominance, or a lack of effective communication skills. In some cases, a person with low self-esteem may resort to abusive tactics in order to assert control and feel powerful over their partner. This can take many forms, including belittling, isolating, or coercing the other person. The abuser attempts to maintain a stronghold in the relationship by undermining their partner's self-worth. Furthermore, a history of abuse, whether as a victim or as a witness, can perpetuate an abusive cycle. Individuals who have experienced abuse may unknowingly replicate these harmful patterns in their own relationships. It becomes a learned behavior that persists unless actively addressed and disrupted. Abuse can also be the result of unhealthy coping mechanisms. When faced with stress, frustration, or unresolved emotional issues, some people may resort to control and aggression as an outlet rather than dealing with their problems constructively. This unhealthy coping mechanism contributes to the abuse cycle. It is critical to establish clear boundaries within a relationship, as a lack of boundaries can contribute to abusive behavior. When people are unsure of their boundaries, they may inadvertently cross them without respecting their partner's autonomy, resulting in power imbalances. While these factors help to explain why the need for control and power can contribute to abusive relationships, it's important to note that none of these reasons justify or excuse abusive behavior. Everyone is responsible for their actions, and no relationship should tolerate abuse. If you or someone you know is experiencing abuse, it is critical that you seek help from friends, family, or professionals. There are resources available to help and guide you, such as hotlines and support organizations. Learned behavior. Many abusive people grew up in abusive households. As children, they may have witnessed or experienced abuse. This can teach them that abuse is a normal and acceptable way to interact with others. When people bring learned patterns into their relationships, the cycle of abusive behavior often becomes entrenched. If a person has been a victim or witness to abuse in the past, they may unknowingly replicate those harmful dynamics. It's like a learned script, with patterns of control and manipulation repeated without conscious awareness. For example, if a person grew up in a culture where power imbalances were the norm, they may accept or even expect such behavior in their own relationships. This learned behavior can pass down through generations, creating a difficult-to-break cycle unless actively acknowledged and addressed. Recognizing these patterns and consciously choosing to disrupt them is the first step toward breaking free from learned behavior. To understand how past experiences influence current actions, self-reflection is required, often with the assistance of therapy or counseling. Individuals can work toward healthier, more respectful relationships by raising awareness and making deliberate efforts to replace unhealthy patterns with positive ones. It is critical to stress that acknowledging abuse as a learned behavior does not excuse or justify it. Instead, it emphasizes the significance of breaking the cycle through self-awareness, accountability, and a commitment to cultivating healthy relationship dynamics. If you or someone you know is stuck in a cycle like this, seeking support and professional help can be a crucial step toward breaking free from the patterns of learned abusive behavior. Problems with mental health. Some abusive individuals have mental health issues, such as personality disorders or substance abuse issues. These issues can impair their judgment and increase their proclivity to act abusively. Mental health issues can play a significant role in the development of abusive behavior in relationships. Individuals suffering from conditions such as personality disorders or impulse control issues may struggle to control their emotions and impulses. Controlling, manipulative, or aggressive behaviors toward their partners can result from these difficulties. It is critical to recognize that mental health issues do not excuse abusive behavior on their own, but they can be contributing factors. When mental health issues go untreated, they can exacerbate pre-existing relationship issues. Unresolved issues can cause increased stress, frustration, and difficulty maintaining healthy communication, increasing the likelihood of abusive dynamics arising. Furthermore, substance abuse frequently coexists with mental health issues, resulting in a complex interplay that can increase the likelihood of abusive behavior. Intoxication can impair judgment and self-control, making people more likely to engage in violent or aggressive behavior. Addressing mental health issues is critical to breaking the cycle of abuse. Seeking professional assistance, such as therapy or counseling, can give people the tools and support they need to manage their mental health and develop healthier coping mechanisms. Understanding and addressing the underlying causes of abusive behavior, including mental health issues, is critical for personal growth and the development of positive, respectful relationships. Reaching out to mental health professionals or support organizations can be a significant step toward healing and positive change if you or someone you know is struggling with mental health issues that may be contributing to abusive behavior. Stress and other life difficulties. Stress and other life challenges can play a significant role in the development of abusive behavior within relationships. Individuals may struggle to cope in healthy ways when faced with intense stressors such as financial difficulties, work pressure, or major life changes. Unfortunately, some people may resort to abusive behavior as an outlet for their frustration and in a misguided attempt to regain control. Communication breakdowns are common during stressful situations, making it difficult for partners to express their needs and concerns effectively. This breakdown can result in misunderstandings, resentment, and, in extreme cases, abusive behavior. Rather than collaboratively addressing the root causes of stress, one partner may resort to manipulation, intimidation, or other forms of control. It's important to note that, while stress can play a role, it doesn't excuse abusive behavior. Open communication, mutual support, and a willingness to navigate challenges together are all characteristics of healthy relationships. Abusive behavior as a stress response is a harmful coping mechanism that necessitates intervention and the development of healthier alternatives. Recognizing the impact of stress on relationships and finding constructive ways to manage it can be critical to preventing abusive dynamics from escalating. Seeking professional help, such as couples counseling or individual therapy, can give you the tools you need to deal with stress in a healthier way. Furthermore, developing resilience and coping skills as individuals and as a couple can help to develop a more positive and supportive relationship. Reaching out to support networks and professionals is critical for breaking the cycle and fostering a safer and healthier environment if you or someone you know is experiencing abuse. It is critical to seek help if you are in an abusive relationship. Domestic violence hotlines and shelters are among the many resources available. You can also speak with a trustworthy friend or family member. Remember that you are deserving of respect and love.